Hey y'all, Jaeger here for a very exciting war video today. We're taking on number 1 new nation in war today, and we get to bring a very special guest for today's war video, and that's going to be the Maker. So some of you guys, if you're on Discord servers with me and stuff, you saw that I pulled the 7-star from the Valiant, which was pretty awesome. I had the Tech Awakening gem ready to go, took him up to rank 3. And last time he got to win by doing nothing, but today he does something. So just as a little bit of an appetizer here, we're going to start off with this man thing on arrogance. So that doesn't matter with torch too much because you're going to be basically at 15 plus temperature the whole time. So no big deal there. Be countering miss basically from the get-go. And here we go. This is going to be over pretty quick. I think this is about a 35-second fight. So yep, torch is back. Torch is crazy. Nothing new there. So he's still torch, still going to melt these guys. I mean, you can see just kind of crazy, nothing to it, just kind of casually melting this guy down. So yeah, so just kind of a preface for the leader fights here, we're gonna be taking on a Captain Britain at a rank 4 level, and then also a rank 4 onslaught mini boss on the root and power focus node. So really exciting stuff, and very excited to show that off for you guys. So here we go, let's go ahead and jump into it. So we're going to start placing our pre-fights here. We have this Captain Britain first. I think you guys will be pretty impressed by Maker here. So for starters, he got these fights down a good bit faster than I was expecting. So I think about a minute and a half for both of these against pretty tanky rank 4 defenders, especially this Captain Britain, because you can be putting exhaustions on, which reduces your heavy burst damage, and then also compounds with inequity. So definitely a pretty chunky Captain Britain here that Maker's going to take care of business against. You can see just making sure I'm triple checking all my boosts and nodes and such, but we're ready to go here. So here we go. So you can see we're going to start off with our parry here, and this is how you kind of get your openings. With the Maker, you're going to inflict that passive stun, and every time we knock her down, we are going to get those exhaustions on us, which again doesn't matter too much. The only thing in his kit that really is impacted by it is that heavy burst damage. I would think it'd be cool if he'd have some way to mitigate exhaustion, but it's such a minor thing in the grand scheme, especially when compared to the damage from the mine from both like Special 1 and Special 2 here. So you can see she's going to cross that mine, get a suppression on her, and now we have that power reroute. So that means we're going to be stealing any of the combat power again that she's denied. So that was a bit of a risky heavy counter there, but you can see what we're doing is when we have that stun up, what we're going to do is charge our heavy, and that will basically greatly reduce the cooldown of the mine. So if you get that parry, you can just charge your heavy the whole duration, and then that'll basically refresh the mine on its own. So pretty neat stuff here. Here we go, we got another suppression there. We have 3 up, which is good. That's about where we want to be. Make it 4. Yeah, here we go, boom. Nice burst there. So yeah, good stuff so far. Again, without inequity and maybe with a rank 4, this is going a little faster, but I mean, as you can see here, just incredibly safe. So she's in psionic mode now, which means she's going to be stun immune. I missed the reparry there, but she's stun immune on her mediums, which means that when we do our parry here, you can see I specifically did not go for it there because she would have just eaten my evade charge and not actually gotten stunned. So wanted to make sure that was all in order first. Bam. There we go. She's going to come back over the mine, get another suppression up, charge it, back over the mine again, and here we go. Yeah. So I mean, as you can see here, just incredibly safe, incredibly smooth play style. I'm really a big fan of Maker. He's going to be my next rank 4, and I'm very happy about it. So yeah, another big burst there to finish the fight, and there we go. Leader will be back. So you can see we got all of our pre-fights back as well. So pretty cool stuff. Here we have a couple Sentinel fights that we're going to go through. This is a Warlock here on Encroaching Stun. You can see we're going to eat one of the stuns, but it just doesn't really matter because Sentinel's a dog. So we're going to eat it, take that through all of our armor, crit resist, etc. And here we go. Yeah, nothing too particularly crazy here. I think just basically bringing anybody without willpower, and this is a fairly standard Warlock fight, so not a big deal there. So here we go. Sentinel just gonna let him tick down with the shocks. Very nice there. Oops, you can see here, this is where I was trying to, he dexed me there. That was kind of the problem. I think if I had gotten that off, it wouldn't have been stunned. But you can see overall, not a big deal there. It's gonna take off about 20%, but that's no problem. Get the armor break up to remove the armor there. We're generally gonna want to go for a special 2, but I think I just went for the special 1 there for some reason. I don't really know the exact reason why. but we're going to go for another one there. There we go. Play around encroaching stun that way. Yeah, fairly straightforward there, so pretty easy. This is going to take a minute here, so gotta be patient. But yeah, you all, I think at this point know what Sentinel does. He just kind of very dependable champion that's just going to take care of a lot of different fights. You can see he does some pretty awesome stuff today. We're going to take a Yelena at the end of the video here. That's going to be pretty awesome. I think you guys are definitely going to want to see that. So make sure you stick around for both Leader versus Onslaught, and you get a little Sentinel versus Maker, or Sentinel versus, jeez, I can't talk, Yelena action coming up too. Yep, and there we go, Warlock's down. Could have definitely been faster, but wanted to make sure I was playing around the encroaching stun node as much as possible. And here we have another pretty simple one here. Basically, you're just going to play this like Mixmaster, so I'm just alternating heavy and then LM. And that pretty much does it. So nothing too particularly fancy to do with this Sinister here. He's going to go down pretty quick. So here we go. Get the heavy up with the Intimidate. You can see he just doesn't want to block. There we go. Again, just nice and smooth. Make sure we're taking our time here. I wanted to make sure that I was on my best behavior for this war against the current #1. So I think we're doing fairly well so far. I haven't checked the scoreboard specifically, but regardless of the outcome, I think we've done a really good job. So definitely happy with how things have gone so far. But let's see here. Yeah, I canceled my light a little too early there. I know it's been happening a lot to people lately, but it caught me there for my special one into block, but luckily Sentinel doesn't really care all that much. Here we go. With Safeguard, the special one's not too great, but I wanted to get that heal block up mostly. And here we go. See, just kind of alternate heavy, medium, light, back up, parry, heavy. There we go. Yep, and then now at this point we're ramped up and we can start cycling our special 2s, so should go a little bit faster now. Here we go. Yeah, and this is only a rank 3 Sentinel as well, and I think some of the Yelena mini that we're going to take on, the Bleed and Cold Snap Hazard Shift is a rank 4, so to be punching up against a Yelena mini on a pretty tough node, so very impressive stuff from Sentinel overall. But yeah, nothing, definitely not anything show-stopping, that is for sure. He's just be very dependable and doing things the way they got to be done. So here we go. Got that concussion up on us, no big deal. Here we go, heavy attack. Yep, so again, I did martial arts for a while, and the nomenclature we like to use was slow is smooth, smooth is fast, and that is certainly the case with Sentinel. You're going to take it slow, you're going to be smooth, and then you're going to get the fights done. And here we go, this is the main attraction here. We have Onslaught up against Maker, so we're going to make sure he's healed up, and then pop all of our pre-fights. They're already on there, so I think we're good to go. We got our boosts. I'm going to pop an invuln boost just in case. I think I only ended up getting hit off the second hit of a heavy while I was rooted, so not too bad there. Would have been fine regardless, but always wanted to be safe there because it's my first time bringing Maker to war. And he does a pretty phenomenal job, honestly, here. I think this Onslaught fight was insanely impressive because I know, again, we're against the current, leading war team, so this is going to be a pretty tough placement, obviously. And Maker is phenomenal here. He just, again, never even in doubt for a second here. Even when I get rooted, nothing to worry about at all. He's just super dependable, awesome champion. I'm so happy to have him. Here we go. Throw his special 2 here in a second. Bam. We're immune to that reverse controls. We do still get the debuff on us, which is awesome, so we get that little bit of willpower healing. He doesn't dash at me in the root. Would have been a big deal if he did, but nice that he didn't. The little things sometimes. Gonna definitely take that. Here we go. Get rooted again. I'm locked in. Dex that medium at the end when he's unblockable. Here we go. He's gonna come dash back over the mine. There we go. There we go. And now we can kind of get things moving a little bit. So you can see the mine just doing a lot of damage here. I could have gone for the SB1 punish, but just wanted to play it safe again. I know this is a pretty big war, so I wanted to make sure I wasn't taking any unnecessary risks, and this fight was well under control, so no need for that. I made a huge chunk there. I think that was about, like 35% of his health, and this Onslaught has about 600 or so thousand HP. So pretty dope, honestly. I'm very, very happy with how Leader performed. I keep saying Leader. With how Maker performed in this war. So yeah, super dope. Probably some of the first tier 1 war Maker action that's been around, so definitely stay tuned for more of this, because I think we're going to be seeing him a lot the rest of the season here. Here's this last fight again. So we have Sentinel versus Yelena. This is another slow is smooth, smooth is fast here. So I might keep talking about Maker for a little bit, because I'm very pumped up on Maker right now. I think he's just super, super cool. I love the way his damage flow works. I love the way that the mine works. I just think everything is super, super cool. That's gonna be the word of the day here, is super cool. But yeah, overall, I think once he comes to the Titan, I think people are really gonna start liking him. So hopefully, if any of you guys do manage to pull him before he gets into the Titan, you enjoy him as much as I have been, because it's been a really cool puzzle to try and figure out the best way to go about using him for different health pools and different scenarios. So just a dope champion with a lot to learn. I think it's Yelena's not like a super playing ball here, but nothing going bad per se. Just taking a little bit to get started here. We're going to be wanting going for those special twos, obviously, because for starters, she's armor break immune, and then also she reduces the duration pretty significantly there, so not really going to get a lot of benefit out of our special one, even if she wasn't armor break immune. Here we go. We should have that special 2 online soon. Yep, got our ramp done. And here we go. The special 2, I did forget about Conflictor there, so I do take a special 2 here in a second. But yeah, no big deal. You could see, I mean, that was like 10%. I'm going to block one right at the end of the fight while she's in elimination mode, and that definitely takes a pretty sizable chunk of my health off, but again, not the end of the world here. You can definitely do a lot of damage to her while she's in elimination mode, so you can see these incinerates are going to start taking her down pretty quickly. All right, and again, sorry I've been fumbling on the commentary a little bit. I've had a very long day of work travel, and I just got to my hotel, so I wanted to make sure I got this all recorded and stuff before I got super busy for the week, because I'm very excited about this war, and I want you guys to see some of this Maker gameplay as soon as possible, so I wanted to make sure I got this all done and ready to go. And here we go. Again, we can medium there while she doesn't have the impact up, so she's got it up now. Luckily, it does start ticking while she's in her special animation, so it doesn't end up being too long. But yeah, we can't punish her heavy there. And hit her block, get her combo down. And at this point, I was getting a little tiny bit worried about a timeout. But again, she goes back into elimination mode here at 50%. I'm going to say that it was calculated. It definitely wasn't. But we're going to call it calculated to get her back into elimination mode so I can take her down faster with the special 2. Because if you didn't know, her damage caps do actually go away when she's in elimination mode. So if you have like a damage big burst you can get off, you can do it in her elimination mode, and she'll take the majority of the damage. She might still have some form of mitigation. I would need to double check, but either way, you're taking care of a lot of it that way. So yeah, there we go. I threw the special 2 not into elimination mode that time, but still just hanging out. Boom. Yeah, I think just again pretty impressive stuff by Sentinel here. Even if it is a little on the slow side, I think this is a much better outcome than most would expect from taking this fight. And here we go. Can't punish that special 1, and I don't. Here we go. Medium, take some of that combo off, and here we go. We can drop a pretty big special 2 there, and at that point I was like, okay. Then I felt a little bit better about our odds here. Eat this special 2 in the block, take a ridiculous amount of damage, but yeah, no big deal there. This fight's well under control, and there we go. Super awesome war. Hope you guys enjoyed the Maker gameplay, and definitely expect some more coming soon. I think there's going to be probably a showcase for him coming up as well. Thanks, guys.